Welcome to Virtual Saving Success. I apologize that we are recording this week. The circumstances beyond our control means that we are not available to have an interactive opportunity here. But I can tell you that you are going to still get pretty much all the same information and be able to have plenty of opportunity to build your own savings plan. So my name is Todd Christensen. I am the education manager at MoneyFit by DRS, a nonprofit credit counseling agency. And thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Look forward to spending some time with you. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First of all, let's acknowledge this workshop was developed by Ideas 42 and made possible with support through Capital One. This now, normally we'd want you to mute your lines, but this is being pre-recorded. However, do go to moneyfit.org/live, likely where you access this. And at the very bottom of the page, you can find a download. Let me show you right here. You'll just go here to this page. And if you'll go down to the bottom here of this page, you'll see you can find the Savings Success Worksheet. You just click on that, and it will bring up this form you can download. And it is fillable, so you can type in your name or type in your information. Please, this is all free. Just that we highly recommend that you use that. Okay, so do that, and then we will just continue on here. Why put money? Why even save? What's the purpose of saving? One, it does put you in control. In control of what? Your future finances, even your current finances. By saving, you're able to be prepared for life's many challenges, life's things that come along, because things are going to happen where you're going to need that money to replace an appliance or replace a piece of furniture, or you want to go on a trip, or you might even lose some income. But it will prevent problem. I love this. I love this concept. Savings prevents problems from becoming crises. Okay. You're going to face, on average, if you are a typical American household, you will experience one major unexpected expense you already have just in the last year. And you're probably already struggling to pay for it. Unfortunately, we've come to rely on credit cards in case of emergencies. That's the exact opposite of what we need to be doing. We need to be preparing an emergency fund so we have cash to take care of future needs rather than getting into credit card debt because we think that's the way that we solve or deal with emergencies. That's not true. Savings keeps us from spiraling down into debt. Unfortunately, a lot of people will start with that. They experience that unexpected expense. They get into a lot of debt, whether it's credit card or store credit, or worse, payday loans, car title loans, and it just spirals from there. So even a small amount, here's the reality, even just a small amount, a couple of $100 can help avoid many of these, if not most of these financial hardships that our households are experiencing. Okay, there are different types of savings goals. Let's talk about them. 3 different types. 1, rainy day savings. This is for the small, unexpected stuff that the car breaks down. You know, it might not seem small, $1,000, $2,000. But maybe a washer or dryer goes out and you need to replace that. That's a rainy day fund. That'll help. It's for unexpected things. We don't know when we're going to need it, but we do know you're going to need it. All appliances will eventually break down, and all vehicles will eventually need repair or replacing. So that's a rainy day fund. Then you have the emergency savings. This is for the bigger expense for that big, huge crisis, maybe unemployment, or a major medical issue that puts you out of commission for several months, where you need money to pay your bills, all your bills, on an ongoing basis for 2, 3, 4 months, so that you can focus on getting better, finding a job, getting back to work, whatever it might be. emergency fund, rainy day fund. And then the third one, these are the targeted savings. These are the fun savings funds. This is where you get to choose. What do you want the money for? Do you want it to go on a vacation? Do you want it to buy gifts, birthday gifts, holiday gifts, Christmas gifts, whatever it might be? Do you want it to come up with a down payment for your next home? These are targeted savings. There are 3 types of savings goals. So keep that in mind as we go through this program. Okay, today I want you to set a savings goal. And then you're going to make a plan to actually make that happen. Okay, so by goal, if you haven't done it already, download your worksheet. Go ahead, I'll wait. Actually, just pause me. And then this is what we're going to start with. The very first one, the very first thing there is you see, set my savings goal. And it can't be a dollar amount. That's the problem most people run into when they create a savings goal. They put a dollar amount to it. That's not the primary goal. The primary goal is, how would your life be better if you saved up for, or you saved up to do something? What's your motivation? Dollar amounts don't motivate us, because honestly, you get to a dollar amount and you're like, oh, I got to have more, I guess. I need to have a different dollar amount, or I'm not sure this is the right. Savings becomes motivational when you actually tie it to a purpose or something that's meaningful in your life. So choose a goal. Right now, just a single goal. We're not going to go and do a bunch of different goals, but one goal that you can picture very clearly in your mind. What does it look like? How would your life be better if you achieved this savings, or if you saved enough money for this? Whether it's a rainy day fund, are you staying awake at night because you worry about the clanking going on in your car when you're driving it, or you have an old dishwasher that you're afraid is going to start leaking, and you don't have enough money to replace it right now? What will your life be like? Will you be able to sleep better, not stress so much, be able to enjoy something a little more? That is, what is it that's possible for you to do because you save money? Okay, and then how are you going to feel? Relieved, relaxed. You're going to be having fun. Feelings are what motivate us. So write down, what is it that you want to achieve? How's your life going to be better? Okay, and then picture in your mind, where are you going to be? What are you going to be doing? Who are the people that are involved? How will they feel, or how will this change other people's lives in your life? Those you care about most. So the more you can picture and visualize your savings goal and accomplishment, the more it's going to become real to you, and the more it's going to motivate you, and the more likely you are to actually achieve this. Don't discount this process. It's key. Most people will just say, I'll set a goal and put a number to it, and will never do anything about it, because it's just a number. Visualize it, make it real to yourself. How are you going to feel? And that's the very first and most important step here. Okay, so here we go. Write down your goal. My life will be better once I've saved up to do this. And once I do that, this is how I'll feel. Go ahead and pause it, finish that up. Here's an example. Pay for repairs on my car. How am I going to feel? I'm going to feel less stressed in the morning about getting to work, because I know that I can take my car instead of the bus. I'll have more time to eat with my kids, enjoy the mornings more. What is it that you really want? It's not a dollar amount, okay? And it's not just the fixing the car that's important. It's what it allows you to do. So this is where we'd be able to talk about, okay, what goals would you choose? And what did you picture? Make sure that you're doing that. Can't stress that enough. Okay, the best time to save is when the money comes in, not at the end of the month. Too many people say, well, whatever I have left over at the end of the month, that's what I'll put into savings. Wrong answer, but thank you for playing. If you want to save money, it happens when you get paid. That is absolutely the best and most successful time for you to do it. So if you get a regular paycheck, save the money whenever the paycheck comes in. Every week, every 2 weeks, twice a month, once a month, however often you get paid. If you get paid less regularly, well, save a little every month. Maybe you are self-employed and you only get paid every 3 months or whenever a client you have to finish a client project. You get that payment, and you start saving something small every month. Automatically have it go into your savings account or accounts every week. And so that when you are maybe getting close to the next income, you have some money in savings. And you might actually have to live on it, but it's better than spending everything in the first 2 months or 2 or 3 weeks and then having to figure out how to scrape by for the next 3 or 4 weeks until you get some more income. Okay, so for part number 2 on that form, write how often you're going to save. Are you going to save every week? You're going to save every 2 weeks? You're going to save twice a month, once a month? Make it be very specific. When are you going to save? How frequently? Go ahead and write it down. Just an example. I'm saving every 2 weeks. If you're saving for that car repair. How much money can you easily save in the amount of time you just chose? You're thinking, I need this money to fix the car or to replace this, or maybe I got a birthday coming up. A family member's got a birthday. I got to save $150, $200 or $50 or $25, whatever it is. How much are you going to save and how often? Okay, it's okay if it is small. It really is. The most important thing is that you're actually saving regularly. In my book, you're going to be more successful if you start off saving regularly than if you start off all gung-ho and you save $200 from a paycheck. And that's the only time you ever save. Okay. $5 a week, $5 a month, you're going to be more successful than if you try and do it all at once. Okay. But do make it comfortable. I always say, make it comfortable, but then stretch just a little. It's okay to stretch a little. Part 3, write how much you can easily save here. I'll save $5 and I'll save $20 or I'll save $50, whatever it is, you write it down. And then after a year, you'll figure it out. How much will you have saved? Here's the example. If you chose a weekly goal and you're going to save $5 a week, you can see there that's $250 a year. Now, $250 for some people might not seem like a lot, but for a lot of us, $250, that's a really nice gift for somebody by the end of by the holiday season. If you want to give a nice Christmas gift, if you choose to save every 2 weeks, you're going to multiply whatever the amount is by 25. If you're going to save every month, well, multiply it by 10, roughly, and add a 0. It's going to be a little more than that, but you can see examples over there. If you're saving $100 a week, you're going to have about $5,000 by the end of the year. That's pretty significant. Here's the funny thing, though, and it's not funny, it's serious. We spend whatever we leave in our spending account. If you have a debit card, checking account, whatever you use, if there's money in it, you'll spend it. And yet, if you'll take that savings amount out, most households, not all, but by and large, the overwhelming majority of households will adjust their spending to whatever's left in their account. So get the money out of your account on payday, and you'll just see it grow. Okay, it does add up fast. Okay, so set yourself up for success. People often try to do too much when they start and they feel overwhelmed. So make sure, do you feel like it's realistic what you just set up? All right, here's a big part of the success of savings. There was a study done out of the Dominican University in San Francisco several years ago by Dr. Gail Matthews. She found out that nobody had ever done this study before. There's this myth out there that somebody in some Ivy school had said that if you write down your goals, you're more likely to achieve them, that this study happened back in the 50s or 60s. It really never did it. So she did her own study and not only proved that, yes, you increase significantly by like 50%, or 30 or 40 or 50%, something very significant. If you write down your goals rather than just verbalize them or envision them, write them down. But she didn't stop there. She said, then found out that she used another group to compare to the control group. And that group didn't just write it down, but they shared their goal with a mentor, with a friend. And then a third group, and that increased, but that second group increased even more chances of achieving their goals. And the third group not only wrote it down and shared it with a friend or a mentor, but they reported on their progress once a week. They sent an email or a call or whatever it would be. And that group, compared to the original group that didn't write it down, improved their chances, achieved their goals 80% more often. So it's huge. So we're going to offer this opportunity to you. If you would like us to be your mentor, or if you want to have somebody follow up with you, go to that website, bit.ly/savingsfollowup. You can use your QR code reader, barcode reader. But at about 6 and 12 months, we'll send you an email asking how things are going. And plus, you can also request a certificate of completion at this site. So go ahead and pause and go to that and request that. We're happy to do this. It'll be an automated email, but I guarantee you I will be looking at those. And if you have a request when we follow that up, I'll follow up with that request. What are some of the ways to reduce costs? Now, a lot of people ask, well, how can I save more money? Really, there's only 3 ways you can save more money. 1, spend less. 2, earn more. 3, do both. Let's talk about ways to save money by reducing costs. Shop around for frequent purchases. Find cheaper or free alternatives to things you're already buying. Cut down on fees. Unsubscribe. We are so oversubscribed in this country. We subscribe to everything. We subscribe to, of course, music and media streaming services. I mean, how many media streaming services do you have? And do you have cable TV or satellite TV still? Do we need all of that video service coming into our home? Most people only use one of them. So make sure that you unsubscribe from the stuff that you're not using regularly. That's another way. Then just think of other things that you can do. Just literally Google cut spending at home or cut household spending ideas or tips, and you will find thousands of ways that you can come up with in your own home to spend less so that you can save more. Okay, avoid picking things that are too difficult, though, because then you get discouraged and you stop and you say, well, this is not going to work for me. So find something that makes sense for you and your household and feels right. Okay, so here's step 5. This is on your download. Brainstorm on your own. What are 5 things you can do? Be specific. 5 things you can do to reduce your costs. Here's some examples. Use coupons or couponing app. There were times in the past where you could save a lot more with coupons, but you can still don't buy something just because you have a 20-cent coupon. You can often find things on sale for less than what you could for the normal item with a coupon. In fact, when you see something on sale that you use regularly, buy it in bulk. Okay. Use an extra $10 or $20 to buy multiple products, that product, so that you can and store it, and make sure that you're able to store it, either if it's got a nice long shelf life or if you have room in a fridge or freezer, typically freezer. But then you've just taken advantage of a sales price. But get groceries at a cheaper store. Make sure you're shopping at the cheapest store, and that you're not. And keep in mind that driving an extra 40 miles each way to shop at the cheapest store, you're going to be spending extra in gas or electricity to get there. So take that in mind, how much extra that's going to cost. Find free activities to do with family and friends rather than going out all the time to eat or going out to movies or other activities that cost. Again, I talked about subscriptions, but all those membership fees that we end up not even using hardly. Reduce your cable satellite subscription, of course. Cook extra dinners at home and bring leftovers for lunch to work. Find ways. Groceries do tend to be among the largest of our expenses every month. So finding ways to cut our food costs is always going to be big and at the top of most priority lists. All right, individual work. What are some ways that you can reduce your own household expenses? Write those ideas down, take some time, go ahead and pause this, and then come right back. Now, what's easy and has impact? Of all the ideas you just wrote down, which one is the easiest and which one cuts the most costs in a meaningful way? Those are the things you're probably going to want to focus on. Maybe it's, you said, well, I'm going to be able to, if I can shop around, use circulars and watch for things on sale, I could probably cut my grocery bill by $100 a month or $200 a month. Most households are spending, most people are spending $125 to $200 per person per month on groceries. So a household of 4 is spending $600 to $800 a month. There's a way, there's an opportunity to spend right there. You could even just say, you know what, I'm going to just spend 10% less. And whenever you get paid, take that 10%. So let's say you're typically spending $800 a month and you get paid twice a month. Every paycheck, take $40 and put it into your savings account. And then you have you're going to have 90% of your grocery bill spending amount to spend, and you're not really going to notice much at all. Okay, so how do you break it down? Break it down in 2 specific steps. First, you're going to answer these questions. Where are you going to do this? How are you going to achieve this goal? When are you going to do it? And is there somebody there that can help? So let's see an example. Here's how you break it down. What's the first step? Well, we're going to find I got to find the coupons that I need. And I'm going to do it where? On the couch while I'm watching TV. When? Monday night at 9:00. My sister, let's say my sister's going to come over because she wants to save money as well. And we're going to do this together. Okay. And this is finding coupons, whether in circular or online, but or using an app. A lot of apps have great things that you can they'll bring up a QR code and they can scan it at the check register. Okay, so that's how you break it down into what, where, when, and with whom. Now, step 2. Here's what you need to do next. You're going to find and buy those items with the coupons. You're going to and where you're going to shop. You're going to shop at Shopmark, wherever it is. When? Wednesday. I'm going to prepare for it on Monday. I'm going to go do the shopping on Wednesday. Be careful, of course. I've got there Wednesday after work, 5:00. It's always dangerous to shop when you're hungry. You will always spend more. If you're hungry, in a hurry, stressed, tired, or have kids in tow, you will spend typically 15% more, at least in any of those situations. Now, here's the thing. Don't just save the money and spend less. You're not saving money yet just by spending less. You actually have to get the money into your savings account to start saving. So once you've spent less, how are you going to save the money? Well, I'm going to take $25 that I saved, or $25 that I did not spend. And on my way home at 6:00, I'm going to stop at the bank next to the grocery store and deposit $25. There's a lot easier ways to do this. If you want to do it digitally with an app, with your bank or credit union app, just automatically transfer it there. Things do not always go as planned. So here's what I want you to do at this point. Make a backup plan. Things are going to change, whether it's in your planning process, preparation process, or in the execution process. Things will not go as planned. So let's look at the plan you wrote. What is likely going to get in the way? What is the most likely thing to happen that's going to stop you from actually putting this plan into action? And then what is it that you can do to complete your steps still if that obstacle arises? Write down what the likely problem is and write a backup plan so you're ready. So this is a simple thing to look at, but it really can help. So number 9 on your worksheet. I don't know why I put up on number 4. Number 9 on your worksheet. I may face problems doing number 7 and 8, but I can plan ahead. So if I work late on Monday and I don't have time to find coupons with my sister, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to find coupons on Tuesday right after dinner. I'm going to make sure I set aside time for Tuesday after dinner. That's as simple as it can be. Okay, what are some of the things that could get in your way? Take a moment, take at least 2 or 3 minutes to really seriously consider what could keep me from achieving this goal. And then what's your backup plan? Here's an example. We'll go through here in a minute, but remember, setbacks are not failure. They aren't. They're just going to happen. If you need to spend your savings before you reach your goal, this is important. It's okay. The great thing is you had it. If you didn't have that $100 or $250, maybe you're trying to get to $1,000 for some goal, and then you had a $150 thing come up and you had to spend money on it. Guess what? That's $150 you didn't put on a credit card and have to pay interest on. That's huge. It's not a failure. You just start over, start doing it again. Okay? Adjust and keep going. All right, so here's a critical part. Set reminders. Don't just say, I'm going to do this, but you've got to find a way to remind yourself regularly that you're going to be saving. Use a reminder app. You got everybody on every smartphone pretty much that's ever been sold has a calendar on it that you can set it up and it will beep at you. It'll vibrate. It will, you can set them up to send yourself an email or a text message sometimes. Use a reminder app so that hey, oh, that's right. It's payday. I got to make sure to send money, put money into savings. You can write it down. If you're a paper and pen person, go ahead, use that. Put it somewhere where you're going to see that calendar regularly and look at the date. You're going to be looking at the date every single day on the refrigerator or on a nightstand or on the bathroom mirror. And you say, oh, look, it says payday. I wrote it and transfer. Oh, good. I'll go and transfer money right now to savings. Again, you can use your technology, but it's a little different. Take a picture of what it is that you want to achieve with your savings goal. Maybe it's a new refrigerator. Take a picture of the new refrigerator you want, whether it's if you're at the store or just find it online and do a screenshot and set that as your lock screen or as your wallpaper so that every time you look at your phone, you remind yourself, that's why I'm saving. What am I doing to get closer to that savings goal? And then you can even put like a sticky note or you have an old business card, write on the back what it is, write your goal on the back. So that every time you reach into your wallet to spend money, you have to reach over that note and it reminds you, is this a priority spend? Is this purchase I'm about to make more important than this goal? You can also take that sticky note or another sticky note and put it up again on your bathroom mirror. Put a reminder up, put it in your wallet, set reminders for why you're saving. So put this on your, fill out on your form, why or how are you going to set reminders for yourself? And it doesn't have to be one. You could do 1, 2, 3, or all 4. Or other ways. Figure out a way to keep this top of mind, because if it stays top of mind, you're going to actually achieve that savings goal. So I know this was quick, but the great thing is you can go back and watch it again here until we do this course again next week when I do want to plan to return and want to do it in person. But you did make a lot of progress. You've set a goal. You found some strategies. You've made a plan. So your next steps are actually to take your saving step. Start transferring money into your savings. And if you don't have a savings account, open one up at your bank or credit union. If you only have one savings account, I would recommend you consider opening up multiple savings accounts for different goals. If you have an appliance goal, if you have a vacation goal, if you have a car repair or car replacement goal, down payment for your home, so that you can see how much money you have left in there. Otherwise, you get to maybe holidays, Christmas comes along, and you're looking at one savings account, it has all this money, and you're asking yourself, now how much is that? How much of that is for vacation? How much of it is for the car? Yeah, I'll just spend it all on the holiday gifts now, and make that up later. No, keep them in separate accounts so that you know exactly how much you have to spend, and start making those deposits. There you go. Congratulations. You're awesome. You made it through. I'm serious. If you are watching me right now, you are in the top 1% of 1% of people who care about making progress of personal finance. Most people won't do anything. They won't go to a course. You not only went to a course, you stuck with it. So congratulations. We'd love it if you could fill out this savings success survey. So if you'd go to bit.ly/savings success, just complete that. That helps us report in our reports and to improve things going forward. Thank you again, and I wish you all the best. If you do have any questions or anything we can help with, my email is todd@moneyfit.org.